We got big fish on. We had a big fish on. That muskie was right at the boat. I caught it at the boat. He went out maybe 15 yards. I kind of fought him for a minute. He came back in. And of course, you know, I wanted to control him first before I got this on because it happened so fast. But that's fishing, huh? Had the experience, but missed the camera. Sorry guys, I tried. Got a fish on. Lost it. I put a shad on and I put it in the water while I washed my hands. I looked back and the rod is, you know, it's musky, nice. Ever since the net incident, well, I don't have a net. I haven't had a chance to go back to a shop and get one. So I'll be using the fish grippers. Whatever we catch, that's what we're putting it in the boat with. So hopefully it works out. And it's okay if I don't care if it's a 30-pound striper. If I have it at the boat and I lose it, it's okay. Man, I got a lot of fishing to do up here, a lot of fish ahead of me. So I never get too down. If I lose one, it's not a big deal. I'm gonna share a rig with you guys. I'm not sure if anybody else is doing this. So that's my planer board there. And if you look behind the planer board, you're gonna see a very small bobber. Not much more than a strike indicator, like you might see with like a fly fisherman or something. What happens there is the shad is back there right beside that strike indicator, and I think it scares the shad. You'll see that it dodges, it kind of bounces, it'll go underwater and such, so the shad is kind of pulling it. Look at the strike indicator right now. It's like bobbing underneath water. He's running from it. See, the bobber's completely underneath the water right now. But that little strike indicator keeps pulling him back up, so he can't go deep. It's going to keep him shallow, and it's going to keep him fighting. It's going to keep him active. So it makes a lively shad more lively, and it takes one that's, you know, kind of worn out. You know, sometimes a shad will just kind of swim along with the planer board, just kind of paddling behind it. It's a slight action, but this is a high action. I think it creates something special. I've done that bobber right off the hook. So that strike indicator, I've done it right up to the hook to where you have no leader at all. It's just bobber and hook right behind it. So it's just a slip bobber. You know, I just pin it where I want it. But you can basically make that lead as short as possible, and you can send that planer board. Basically, your planer board would drag before your bait does. Anyways, check that out. See if you can use that. I'm videoing now.
Alright, Mike.
So your boy just got a dead battery, and you know, some good fisherman friends, they just come by and they get you going again. And this is what it's all about, man. The community out here is just awesome. If you aren't part of it, man, join in. It's a simple thing. It's a dead battery, but you know, you like to think you're above something as simple as that. I should have a second battery. I do have a second battery. It's fried. That's why it's not on the boat, and I haven't got a backup battery yet. And so my primary battery, I ran dead. This couple here, they're just starting off their vacation back there, and he burned his fingers. I mean, he committed. I didn't catch his name, but I'm sure he's gonna see the video because he knows me from on Facebook and stuff. So thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Note to self, don't leave everything turned on overnight. Well, I ran back to the truck. I got a backup battery and a set of jumper cables that both should have been on my boat to start with. You know what, I kind of changed my mind. I'm gonna try and do a vertical jigging little tutorial thing here. These are the jigs that I use. These are Bass Pro Shop specials. You know, you get the 1.5 ounce. 1.5 is a good ounce because you can get down to about 50 or 60 feet. And let me just get you a close-up of it. All right, so that's what it looks like. This is one of my favorite colors. It's just kind of a blue and silver and stuff, but you can go and you can pick these up. I don't think they're but $3 or $4. Disclaimer, I don't claim to be good at this. I'm having a little success. I'll just show what I'm doing. But vertical jigging is you want something heavy so you get down there fast and you can go down deep and you can feel the bottom. And you want to think of this lure, whenever it goes down, you want to think of it as like a hammer. At least that's what I think about it. You want to pound it. Pound it. I don't want to do that too much. I'll hook myself. But you want to slam this thing against the ground. Lift it up and let it slam against the ground. And lift it up, slam it against the ground. You get it? So the idea is you're creating this commotion, this noise, this unnatural sound. And these are designed so that they have like a swimming, darting action as they go down and hit the ground. And then when you rip them up, it's fast, and then they have this swimming, darting action. They're really good for trout. This is a great method for the Lakers up here. Wind really picked up. This is where vertically jigging gets to be very difficult, right? Because you're trying to bounce, which I changed up colors. But same lure, just different colors. Is when the wind is heavy like this, I think of vertically jigging when the wind is heavy like this, because you're gonna do back trolling. So I'm kicking this thing into reverse over and over again, just trying to hover kind of on the marks that I'm seeing, and I move around them, but I try to stay on top of them. I have the shad out too, so we're doing double duty here. We hooked something. What it is, we hooked something. It's bouncing, there's life. Oh yeah, come on up, come on up. I don't have my net. Wow, that's an unusual thing. All right, so. Caught my line in the prop. I was fighting it. It was a catfish. It's a catfish. I kept it in the water, so I just kind of kicked it off in the water. And then when I hit reverse, I didn't realize it. This is in my prop. I went back and I pounded that point with everything I had. And after I exhausted everything I had, I did it again. So I really exhausted myself on it. I just don't think I can generate a result there with my abilities. I couldn't figure anything out. So I came here. This is something I'm pretty comfortable with, I'm pretty confident in. So I thought I'd put a little pressure on this here for the afternoon, because I don't have too many hours left. So the sun's high, the water's fairly decent and clear. And so it seems like good spooning weather. A little chop on the water, which I like to see. So we're just gonna drag some spoons. It looks right to me for it, so we're gonna try it. We'll see. Got marks, got the right gear. We're running dipsies and spoons. So we'll see if we can come up with a couple. There. I'm using a bass rod on a downrigger because there are no rolls in fishing. So I have a reef runner down. I dropped that down about 15 feet. Then the reef runner probably goes another 10 feet, something like that. So 25 feet. See, I did that quick, didn't I? I got one. I got one. This feels like the nice one I lost the other day too. I do not have a net, so I'm a little nervous about that. I do have the grippers. Oh, what a treat. We can get this in the boat. What a treat. Where'd my grippers go? Come here, buddy. We got him. That's a nice Laker. That's a nice Laker. All right, all right. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, she's slippery. and just like a big snake. Hey, how about that? Hoo-dee-hoo. What do you think? Now, I'm not going to put a... I could probably measure them close. I don't have a great measuring system. So, it measures just about 25 inches. We're going to let them go, though. Vertically jigging at Raystown Lake for Lakers. You eat Lakers?
Oh wow, that's big!
You want them? I'm gonna release it.
Okay.
All right. Figured I'd offer. It kicked right off. Well, sorry I couldn't give you guys the release, but she's gone. She darted straight down. It's just a little bit tough, you know, you're doing everything, but cool. Cool, we got one. That's one. Let's see if we can do it again, all right? I feel like I should tell you, I do have a scale, but I don't really trust it. So I think getting the length on it, and it's just approximate. It looked like it was just under 25 inches. Might have been 25, but doesn't really matter. That's what I caught it on. I did a chartreuse one, same lure from Bass Pro, vertically jigging in just shy of 60 feet, so about 50, I think that was 57.5 feet. Oh, just marked another one. Well, I tried to connect again, guys, but you know, like everything, like all of us, that clock, the clock just keeps on moving by, doesn't it? So I ran out of time. That's it for this fishing trip, guys. If you haven't done so yet, sub to the channel. You can always change your mind later. It helps me out a lot too. Much love, much respect. See ya.